My visit to Burnham was made special by the time I spent with my nephew and nieces. Being together, sharing everyday moments, and enjoying the peaceful rhythm of the village made the trip feel both joyful and grounding. It was extremely windy and cold, almost freezing, but that didn't stop us from walking around and heading to Wrigley's and back, then heading towards other factories. It was a very easy walk, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. One thing I really noticed was the mix of surroundings, suburban homes, with plenty of factories and car dealerships nearby, including Mercedes, Volvo, Nissan, and Kia. This is more like an industrial area. Also, it is an area with low crime. It's a visit I'll look back on with a smile. I definitely will be paying another visit sometime in the spring. Hello everyone. As we get closer to 2026, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you for your support and encouragement on this channel. I truly don't take any of it for granted, and I appreciate you all more than you know. Here's hoping that 2026 will be the year we reach 1,000 subscribers, with your help, of course. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Comments are especially important because they help spark conversations and bring us closer as a community. Thank you again for being part of this journey. Let us continue. If you are a curious person like me, then you are going to like this brief history of Burnham. Here's a clear, brief chronological history of Burnham, Buckinghamshire, SL1, from its earliest roots to the place it is today. It's a village with a long memory, even if it wears it lightly. Here is a little bit of early history of the early origins of Saxon Burnham. By the way, Burnham's name comes from Old English. Yes, Burna means stream, whilst ham means homestead or village. So, Burnham literally means the village by the stream. This fits its geography well, with small watercourses feeding into the Thames nearby. Burnham existed as a Saxon settlement long before the Norman conquest. By the time of the Domesday Book in 1086, it was already a substantial agricultural community, recorded as Burnham. In brief, Burnham is a village with deep roots stretching back centuries, became an important local center during the Middle Ages. At its heart is St. Peter's Church, with parts dating back to the 12th century. This church was not just a place of worship, it was the spiritual and social hub of the village. Over the years, it has seen centuries of rebuilding and expansion, giving us the structure we see today. Nearby, Burnham Abbey was founded in 1265 by Richard, Earl of Cornwall, the brother of King Henry III. Originally home to Augustinian canonesses, it passed into private hands following the dissolution of the monasteries in the 1530s. Yet, in the 20th century, the abbey returned to religious use and remains active to this day. In medieval times, Burnham thrived as a stop on the main London Bath Road. Coaches, travelers, and traders would pass through, and the village held a royal charter to host a market and an annual fair. This brought regional importance, though the prosperity faded once the main route shifted south through Maidenhead. From the 16th to the 18th centuries, Burnham settled into a quieter rhythm. Farming and woodland shaped village life, and commons, especially what became Burnham beaches, provided grazing, timber, and fuel. The ancient beech pollards we see today were carefully managed during this period, a practice that contributes to their ecological value now. The 19th century brought change with the arrival of the railway. Burnham Station opened in 1838, linking the village to London and Reading. This transformed Burnham from a purely rural settlement into a commuter village, though unlike nearby Slaw, it avoided heavy industrialization. The 20th century brought further growth. Housing expanded, particularly after the World Wars, creeping towards Slaw while still maintaining Burnham's separate identity. Schools, parks, and community facilities developed, making Burnham a desirable residential area for those working in London and the Thames Valley. Preservation has been key to Burnham's character. Burnham beaches became a national nature reserve and a site of special scientific interest, ensuring the village retained its green heart amid suburban growth. Today, Burnham is one of England's largest villages. Governed by a parish council and part of Buckinghamshire, it remains closely linked to Slaw while preserving its unique identity. With the Elizabeth Line, Burnham's historic role as a connected settlement continues, once again offering easy access to London, but on its own terms. What's remarkable about Burnham's history is its continuity. It was never abandoned, never over-industrialized, and never fully absorbed by a neighboring town. From a Saxon hamlet to a medieval market village to a coaching stop and finally to a commuter village, Burnham has adapted while keeping its core intact. In short, Burnham's story is one of quiet resilience, a village shaped by streams, woodlands, faith, and travel, yet always unmistakably Burnham. I would also like to stress that, today, Burnham is one of England's largest villages, governed by a parish council in Buckinghamshire, closely linked to Slaw yet unmistakably its own place. Its story is one of adaptation and continuity, from Saxon hamlet to market village to coaching stop to commuter settlement, always retaining the character that makes Burnham, Burnham. Would I live in Burnham? Absolutely a big yes. The place is a lot quiet and peaceful, and as I mentioned earlier, crime is low in comparison to places like Peckham or Catford, in London. These are places whereby the law-abiding citizens are forced to look over your shoulder. Absolutely, with a high percentage of criminogenic people, to say the least. Hate it. Another great place to live in total peace is Harpenden, in Hertfordshire. You need a high bank balance though, as lots of houses are over 750,000 bracket. That's all, folks. Please kindly subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. Please like and share the video with family and friends. Comments do generate interesting conversation and education. Please leave a comment for the community. Once again, thank you for your time. Catch you real soon. I wish you a peaceful 2026.